The other day on Facebook, I was seeing a discussion on a forum or whatever about picking tow vehicles and whether somebody should go with a four-wheel drive or a two-wheel drive tow vehicle. I'm just going to list off a few of the differences and why we went with the four-wheel drive tow vehicle that we did and have always kind of went with the four-wheel drive tow vehicle. First thing, payload capacity and towing weights and all that sort of stuff. The two-wheel drive can carry more and tow more. They're lighter weight. So if you're worried about that and you're pushing your limits, two-wheel drive does carry more weight, all those sort of things. Usually on average as well, for the second thing, two-wheel drives usually get better gas mileage. So if that's a factor for you, that would be great. Third thing, with a two-wheel drive, maintenance and all those sort of things, the front end of your truck doesn't have nearly as many components to deal with that the four-wheel drive system has, so you have a lot less upkeep and maintenance on the front end of your vehicle. Number 4, with a two-wheel drive, if you don't go off-road that often, you might not need it. Most driving is done on the road, especially with tow vehicles. So you usually don't use four-wheel drive that often, so maybe you don't need to have it. Fifth thing, cost. Two-wheel drive tow vehicles usually cost less. So if you are in we all are, in a financial situation where you're trying to watch how much you spend, you might want to go with the two-wheel drive because usually they do cost less. A few reasons why you might want a four-wheel drive tow vehicle. First thing, it depends on where you live. If you live in an area where you get snow and ice and all that sort of stuff and harsh weather like we get out here in Utah, mountains, all that, the four-wheel drive's a good thing. Heck, there's days we need four-wheel drive just to get out of our driveway because of the snow and things like that.
Yes.
We aren't out Baja in our truck and all that sort of stuff that would use four-wheel drive off-road a whole bunch. But just even in the town on those snow-packed, snowy days, it's nice to have.
Our street is the last one to get plowed, I swear.
Yeah. Number 2, the four-wheel drive can come in real handy even if you're maybe just pulling a boat. We all have been on those boat ramps, at least all of us boaters have been on those boat ramps, that are slick buggers. And we've seen the people sitting there spinning, and they have plenty of truck to tow their boat. But it's just slick, and they just need a little bit of extra grip.
Extra.
So four-wheel drive works great in that situation. Third thing, four-wheel drive comes in real handy when out boondocking with your camp trailer. We don't pull our camp trailer off-road a very long distance, but there are times we pull off the main road off into some dirt area, and you get off cambers and all sorts of stuff. The four-wheel drive can come in real handy in that situation. Fourth thing, and probably the most important thing, is having four-wheel drive, you have it when you need it. It's worth it when you need it, because that time that you don't have it and you need it is a very, very bad time. Even though it costs more, it gets worse fuel mileage, there's more maintenance up on the front end to deal with, more likely things to break. It's worth it that one time that you need it.
Sometimes you just have to pull off the side of the road. Sometimes you do that. Tires, you left the stairs down, windows open, something like that. You get off on the side of the road, and sometimes you sink in.
These are just a few of our suggestions. I know everybody has their own reasons for everything, and that's just fine. These are kind of our 4 or 5 things for a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive. We like our four-wheel drive. I know there's people out there that like their two-wheel drive. And for many of you, especially in the southern areas, you'd never need a four-wheel drive, so why spend the money on it? I understand that completely. But if you are going to end up in an area where it might be worth spending a little bit extra money on it. And that way you can have it when you need it. As always, thanks for watching. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any comments or stories to share, we always like hearing the stories of I was here doing this and this happened, that sort of stuff. Go ahead and comment down below. Thanks for watching and enjoy your weekend.